Okay, so here we are with our What's Up?
What's up?
Yep, remember that from the 90s?
Yeah, that was good.
I like that too. Okay, so we're going to be talking about creatine and spirulina.
We are indeed. So, I'm up first with spirulina. So, spirulina, guys, basically is algae. If you're not sure what algae is, go to the sea and have a look at maybe a big rock face, and you might see like what looks like this green sort of slime covering it.
Or in a pond.
Or in a pond, yeah.
And closely, normally next to like the frog spawn.
That's it. But for the record, I'd just like to say that spirulina isn't what you normally find in your home pond. Okay, it's found in the sea, and it's considered what is called a blue-green algae. Okay. Now it is a plant because it does gain its energy through photosynthesis, which then makes it fall into that plant category. Okay. Now it's a well publicised and recognised health food, and until today I've never tried it. Okay, and I will be trying it in a bit, so hold fire for that. The reason I thought about trying it actually was because I was suffering from a bit of a cold today. Okay, bit of man flu.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, well, hopefully the spirulina will get me through.
Might help.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I'll let you know. But yeah, so I thought, you know what? Hey, I'll try anything twice. So I went down to Holland & Barrett and just bought me some of this spirulina. Before buying it, I researched it and had a look through, and what I found out was that it was really high in protein, which is always good. In fact, it's about 60. What makes up its dry mass is about 65%. Protein, which is quite high for a vegetable source of protein. For a plant-based source, it's really good source of it, containing a lot of those essential amino acids. It's also extremely high in iron as well, which is really good. It's actually got more iron in it, you know, gram for gram than your spinach. So it's really high in iron.
Pop I would have loved it.
He'd have been all over it, you know. Maybe not if it tasted it, but yeah, it's really high in iron. So what with it being high in protein and iron, it's really good for maybe people going through, say, pregnancy, or someone who needs an immune system boost as well. So that's why it's really popular with people that might be suffering with a cold, or as we said before, you know, prevention is better than cure. So sometimes maybe supplementing with it now and again, or chucking it in your protein shakes, you know, because you probably master taste a little bit with that way as well. Yeah, or just in your general cooking, you know, trying to get it in there somewhere. It's also really high in those antioxidants as well, which can help to fight off those free radicals. It's also extremely high in omega-3 and also high in GLA as well. So it's a really good anti-inflammatory too. It also is high in vitamin C, D, A and E. So
what more can you want?
Exactly. Exactly. So, you know, when you think about it, it's like, you know, a superfood. You know, I don't want to use the phrase superfood, guys, but it has got a lot of good positives to it. Now,
the negative.
The negative. Here is some spirulina.
Hulk juice.
Yeah, Hulk juice.
Hulk juice. We've nicknamed it.
Well, yeah, literally.
I've nicknamed it.
Good pun.
Yeah.
Nick, your name's Nick, and you've nicknamed it. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, look at that.
So yeah, I mean, I've not drank this before. I did have a wee little sip a second ago, and I wasn't too best pleased about the taste. But yeah, I'm gonna nick this now.
You're gonna down it in one.
For your viewing pleasure. For your viewing pleasure now, and I'll let you know. Bottoms up.
Look at that. Going all the way. There. Oh. You're almost there. The last little bit.
I can't.
Go on, Dad.
I physically can't.
Oh my God. So, how's that taste?
The best way to describe the taste of that is pond scum. It literally tastes like pond. It's so bad. I can't believe how bad that was. That's literally making my eyes water.
Oh.
I couldn't finish it, guys. I did overdose a little bit. It says about 5 to 15 grams, and I went for if I'm doing it, I'm doing it. So I went all in. So yeah, To sum up, guys, spirulina, lots of health benefits, high in protein, high in iron, high in different vitamins, fat-soluble vitamins, high in omega-3, CLA, tastes like mould. All right, yeah. Literally.
So add it to something if you're going to have it.
Put it in your shakes.
Shakes or your juice.
Your juices, maybe with some, yeah, if I put that with fruit juice, I'll just nick that with water. It's so bad, I can't get a taste in my mouth. It's so bad. But yeah, I'm still going to take it, guys, you know. I'm still going to put it in shakes and things like that, you know. Stuff that'll mask the taste of it just to get the health benefits. So, yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to be talking about creatine. How's the taste in your mouth?
So bad.
Still there?
Yeah,
it's lingering.
Yeah, it's awful. I think I'd rather be ill than actually take spirulina. No, well, drinking it neat is not the way forward. No.
Okay, cool. So let's talk about creatine. So what's creatine? Do you know what creatine is? When do we use creatine, Dad?
We use creatine when we use our creatine phosphate energy system.
So it's all to do with our energy systems. So first point of call for us, especially if we're doing anything like strength-based, power-based, or sprint-based, anything like that. See your face going.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, we're going to be using creatine, and creatine phosphate is one of our energy systems. So the idea of people taking creatine is to get the added benefit of being able to prolong the time that they're in that system. Sure. Okay, so if you're doing any strength-based activities, then the idea is that you'll be able to perform those strength-based activities for longer. Creatine we get naturally from foods. We generally get it from meat, dairy, and fish. And generally that should give us plenty what we need to actually recreate and produce this creatine within our body. And we produce that creatine by using 2 amino acids, which are your glycine and your arginine, which are two that help actually create that creatine phosphate and extract that from our foods. So again, if you are taking creatine as a supplement, you want to be making sure you're getting those amino acids involved as well to actually get the benefits of using that creatine. Great one though to supplement, especially if you are vegetarian or vegan, because obviously you're not going to be getting that from your meat and your dairy foods.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Big health benefits though. Again, it's really good with cardioprotective properties, so it helps with increasing your cardiovascular system as well. Also obviously improving that power and high intensity capacity, and it can also help increase with lean mass as well, which is a knock-on effect, isn't it? If we're able to increase intensity and how long we can train at that high intensity or strength-based workload, then knock-on effect of that is going to increase lean mass and muscle mass within the body. Okay, so creatine, it almost always causes water retention, especially in the high and the loading doses. Okay, so you quite often get that, and it can be more than 5 pounds of water retention that you're actually increasing. All right, so bear in mind if you start, especially within that loading phase, you might find weight and things like that starts creeping up. Okay, and it could be down to this water retention. May get less of that obviously at the lower doses, but the loading phase, which we'll come on to when we talk about how to take it in a bit, you might find you get that. It may also increase muscle growth. However, because of that water retention, it might not necessarily be muscle mass, it might be the growth through the sarcoplasm within the muscles and the fluid in the muscles there. Okay, so how to take it. Normally it's taken through a loading phase, and throughout that loading phase you're probably looking at a start with 0.3 grams per kilogram of body weight, and that's what we'll be looking for that loading phase. And that loading phase will probably take anywhere between 5 and 7 days. Okay, where you're just increasing the amount that you're going to be taking. Following that, you would then look at a minimum of really around 0.03 grams per kilogram, which you can then take on a daily basis for the next 3 weeks. For the average person, it starts off around about 20 grams of creatine per day for that loading phase of that 5 to 7 days, and then around about 2 grams per day every day after that. Okay, you'll see a lot of supplements things which will say 5 grams a day, being the general guideline. One of the main reasons for that is if you put 5 grams in rather than 2 or 3 grams in, you're going to use more, you're going to get through more, therefore you're going to buy more.
That's it.
Yeah, so that's one of the main reasons why they do that. Creatine itself is pretty cheap. It's one of the cheapest ones out there, and it's well researched, so it's pretty a safe one to take as well. Can be some side effects from it. You can find that you get stomach cramps, especially if you're not keeping that water level within your body and water intake high. So you might find you get those, suffer from those. Likewise, if your water intake is too high and you're overcompensating for it, then you might find you're on the toilet with diarrhea a bit of the time, which might be like your drink. You get a smell like that drink you just had.
Still can't get that taste.
There are two main types of creatine out there, which is your creatine monohydrate, which you find is the cheapest and probably most effective. And then you get your micronised creatine, which is still good source of creatine, and it's easier to dissolve in water. So people generally put that into shake more and take it that way. Breaks down very easily. I think that's it really from the creatine. Hopefully that's given you a little bit of an insight.
Yeah, great info.
Yeah,
nice one.
A little bit of an insight from that. Cool.
Awesome.
So from there then, we're going to be moving on to our highlights of the week.
Highlights of the week.
See, without a spirulina, you wouldn't have sounded like that.
I don't think I would have. No, I think that's definitely made me feel better in terms of my singing voice.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, well, didn't quite manage to finish all of it.
Go on, go for it now.
No, no way, no way.
Okay, so on that note, then we'll leave that highlight of the week. Definitely finishing that.
Yeah.
Cool. Hope you've enjoyed, and we shall see you next time. Next week, we're going to be putting out 2 podcasts in the week. So we're going to be splitting these. So we're aiming for Wednesday.
Yeah.
Wednesday, we're going to be looking at doing our brain gains and our Dan versus Nick. And then our Saturday, we're going to be doing our what's up?
Yeah.
And our highlights of the week.
Yeah, so stay tuned for those
So look out
guys.
for those ones. Cool. Take care. Have a good week.